are running for office and who hold office. And it's been one of the great pleasures of my life to take a piece of time and get a deep dive with a human being who's part of the ruling class. It's an amazing country where we can do that. This is not going on in Russia, even when Russia's going on. This is not going on in Germany. You have to be part of a different class. It's not going on in most places. It's going on here. It's been going on for a long time. I was asked today to talk about freedom. And it's kind of a touchy subject because politics have twisted freedom in the last 4 or 5 years. The human condition, and I'm going to talk for a few minutes and I'll get out of your way. But I got the stage, so here we go. The human condition has not been freedom. It has not been self-determinism. It has not been choose your own way. The human condition, for all of recorded history, has been one of landed gentry, servant, serf, slave. For almost all of human existence. The Mesopotamians, they didn't value freedom. The Egyptians, clearly. Europe, the New World was founded as a result of Europe. They were so sick of being oppressed, so sick of being told what you couldn't do, so sick of being told who you couldn't pray to, that they risked getting on little wooden boats. And if you ever get on one of the replica ships, you go, oh my goodness, they went and they didn't know where the end was. Crazy. And in a short period of time, the ideas of Locke and the Scottish economics school that was burgeoning in Europe had taken hold in North America, and for the very first time ever, we said, you know what? We can make our own way, and I don't have to do what my dad did, and the king is not in charge of me. We're the only people who stole our freedom and claimed it direct from God. It separates us from everyone. I've sat at tables in Europe talking about politics, and they like to think we're a bunch of country bumpkins out here in the provinces. And we talk a little bit, and usually it's at the end of a trade show, and my German's starting to limp a little bit. And I'll ask everyone if I could switch over to English, and I say, the reason we're different is because I'm the only one here who wasn't granted my freedom. My ancestors took it, and no one has taken it back. Mm-hmm. We have to remember that in 1776, when we made this pledge, this idea of independence, this idea of self-determinism, it was almost like us saying now, hey, I got a spaceship in my garage. I think we're going to go do time travel. It had never existed, ever. And in less than 100 years, we emancipated ourselves. The very first War of the Americas, Thomas Jefferson sent the Navy. He sent the USS Enterprise, some sailors, 10 Marines. He sent them to North Africa, and the first battles the new America fought was to free slaves in North Africa. They were white Christian slaves who'd been captured by the Tripoli pirates. It was the first thing we did. And within 80 years, we had a discussion that nobody else in the rest of the planet had ever had before, and we killed 250,000 of each other, liberating each other. Nobody has done that anywhere. Now, they got rid of slavery at different points all over, but it was because of one benevolent person's idea. But we did it collectively, all together. We have to remember that, and we have to tell the story to our kids. Because the battles we all talk about, abortion, gun rights, Second Amendment, blah, 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 it's whack-a-mole. We lose because the kids are stolen from us. While men are off doing important things that satisfy our egos, we don't go to school board meetings. While moms are busy keeping wonderful homes, living in affluent neighborhoods, our checks are great, they're not enough. We have to be involved. I got asked to speak here today because I'm so passionate about this country. I saw Congressman Gosar speak at the Turning Point event about 6 or 8 months ago. My dad was sitting with me, my son was sitting with me to my left. And we heard him speak, and I looked over at my dad, and he had teary eyes, and I did too. And what I saw was integrity, honor, passion, love of country, and I've had it up to here with bullshit.
Yes.
And I saw that in your face. And we were sitting there feeling it because we're pissed off. And so the thing that needs to happen, I don't think our country needs much more other than this. Accountability. Accountability. Break the law, you get in trouble. Lie to the FBI, go to jail. Lie to the press, go to jail. The press knowingly lies, go to jail. Lose your license. We bring the government to bear on everybody for everything and never for the crimes that ruin our country. So what I saw is a more gentlemanly, kindred spirit that's willing to go have the good fight in Washington. I saw somebody who has a clean spirit and is there willing to have the fight, being called the most dangerous congressman in America. Never forget, John Wayne was a Southern California dandy, wearing football jerseys and sweaters, and he's one of my iconic loves. And he came to Arizona to become a man. And we send men to Washington. And we send strong women. And we take no bullshit, and we hold everybody accountable. And if we are going to be the stick in the muds who do it, then let it be our job, let it be our mission. And while they're in Washington, we should be at school boards letting all the crazy, wide-eyed, nutjob, lesbian, leftist, liberal, feminist, back-cake, crazy fucking nutjobs. We need to look them right in the eye and say, why are you doing that? We're here watching. And if they know you're watching, and they know men are there, and they know citizens are there, and strong conservatives are there, they'll toe the line, and our kids will stay ours. But we can't just have this battle, and we can't just send Congressman Gosar to go have the battle after we've given up the war for 20 years of our kids. So I'm not sure what I'm supposed to say now, but I'm really torqued off, and it makes me Listen, thanks everybody for coming out. This is, I live a couple miles from here. It's a pleasure to come over here. It's humbling, it's an honor. My grandfather was an off-the-boat Greek immigrant who came here during World War I. He was on a 13-day sea voyage. He did not know food was included. He was 14 years old. Left his country, went through Ellis Island legally, got his papers legally, became a fruit and vegetable merchant in Boston. We have the oldest privately owned non-union trucking company in the East Coast of the United States. Been going 110 years. My family's still running it. I'm the black sheep. I came out west and I make knives. This country, that go west, young man, go west, that free land that was given away in the Midwest and in the far west in the 1800s, it's still here. It's just intellectual land. There's billions of dollars on every street corner. If a creative American who isn't being told no by the government just gets the chance, and I'm walking proof of that cool American dream, and it happens just like that. Providence moves when you dedicate, and we need to fight these battles we're fighting, and we also need to fight the war. It's a two-front war. We've got to let these kids, I engage every kid. You see me sitting over there looking at Pokemon cards with the young man running around here. I engage every young person, and I let them know how friggin' awesome this place is and what a blessing it is to be here. It's unbelievable. I think of my black, curly-haired, tan, olive-skinned Greek relatives and the country they never wanted to go back to because it failed them, and the love and the tears that came in their eyes when they talked about raising their hand to become an American citizen. And all I could do was join the Marine Corps and raise my hand and stick up for the country and stick up for my family. It was the only thing I knew to do. I'm a little older now, so I got some better ideas. So without any further ado, I'll step aside. I think it's back to you, and I think we're going to have the main star here pretty soon. Thanks for listening.